Welcome back, family. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy T 1111 Energy. Man, let me tell you what I heard loud and clear. Yes, they have been visiting you your entire life. And I was like, So, before we even dive into that energy, please keep in mind this may not be your energy. This may not be your energy pertaining to the message as well. But if it is your energy, then you're gonna know, okay? Only take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? But this is definitely somebody's energy within the 3D matrix, okay? Having a human experience, but they are definitely from the universe, the cosmos, the galactic realms, okay? Before we dive in, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, hitting that notification bell, tapping into the messages, for all of the positive energy. I am truly grateful, okay? I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my ancestors, guides, and protectors to stand with me. No lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcomed here. And so it is. Ashe. Okay, family? So this energy has been visiting your entire life. You may have been seeing things growing up, okay? You could recall seeing very big, tall figures, green eyes, tall as damn near trees, maybe not as tall as a tree. Yeah. And I feel like this is this energy. They're saying, I wish I could understand you. Okay. Because I feel like you were in denial of this because people had you in denial, and you were denying something you knew. First of all, you wasn't no crazy child. Okay. You knew what you were seeing. Okay, they're like, why ain't you tapping into what you already know? I wish I could understand you. Tell me what else. Yes, because the emotions were overwhelming to them. It could have even been overwhelming to you because you want to understand and you're trying to figure it out, but you were like, dang, what? You know what I'm saying? And you really had nobody just to go and tell about these visits, these connections, these thoughts that weren't always your thoughts. They were being transmuted to you through the energetic frequencies that you hold and this energy holds. Mm. Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would handle us differently. Maybe somebody left here. Maybe somebody went to, back home, galaxy type energy. I wish I could be fully honest with you. Hmm. I feel like, you haven't found your soulmate because your soulmate may not have been on this in the earthly realm. They may have been here for a period of time. I feel like they're back now though. They want you to be able to tap into that side of yourself. Why is it that you love me? Because y'all are meant to be. Because y'all are meant to be. Y'all remember that show? I don't really know the name of it, but it was like the aliens and the cops were working together and stuff, and then he had his own alien family, this, that, and the other type energy. Mm. I am man. Mm. He is man. He is taking on a humanly man form. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know why I just heard time travel. What the hell? They've been visiting you through time travel? Mm. Something about you needing to observe that. Notice all of the noteworthy things in your relationship. Something you need to note, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I heard that. Like, the things that you may not even have shared a lot of stuff with people, okay? But the things that people question, you need to be able to observe, okay? Because it is definitely tied to this relationship. this connection. Look. So this is, look, you are connecting to something that is not really a part of your past life. Ooh. It says we reunite with our loved ones over and over in different lives, but this is a connection that is not coming from your past life. You need to observe this. Yeah, you need to observe this connection. It's not from your past life. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable, but it's not from your past life. So it's not from the earthly plane realm, playing field at all. Yeah, it's not linked to that. Wow. And you're now being enlightened to this. This could have been something you were studying, all at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so whatever you've been observing, it wasn't linked, okay, to whatever this connection is. You are now being enlightened to this. It says, with enlightenment, there is no separation. We realize that we are one with the divine. So by you connecting to the divine, this energy is also connected to the divine, but they're not from your past life. So let love show you how to learn from each other. Yeah, the bond of lovers grows stronger over time, but they're not from your past life. So this is like new love, new beginnings with someone who actually is just, I don't want to say just like you, but y'all have the same energy signature, masculine, feminine energy signature. Yeah, so embrace it, Spirit is saying. Embrace what fate has in store for you. Mm. Yeah, and let go. Wow. Embrace and let go. It says some things are best, some things are best. Let go and let the universe work it out in its divine time. So if you were trying to force something, just let go. Okay? Let the universe work it out. Because I feel like that is exactly what is happening at this time in the background. Yes. This is going to be a surprise. Yep. You may be surprised at the bottom of the deck. You just may be surprised. Yes. Trust your intuition, okay? Yes. Tell me more, Spirit. Yep, there's a reconciliation. So learn to reconcile with yourself because there's a lot of doubt that has been placed and projected towards you. Folks do not want you to realize that, yeah, you're a galactic being and for real. Like you can get on a whole spaceship. And that's why you haven't been in any successful marriages, because this marriage here says the marriage of souls is the union of two divine opponents. And that's what you are now being reunited with, reconnected with, and you're making reconciliations with that. Like, you're coming to terms with that. You're starting to get a lot of your questions to your answers about why things never worked out with a Libra, somebody you felt that should have had a beautiful mind. Now you're seeing possibly why that connection did not work out, because this is the connection you're supposed to be with. This is a connection you never had before. You've never been linked to this type of energy. They had nothing to do with your past life. Okay. Yep. So there's guilty, boundary, and 1111 energy here. There's a lot of people that could have been guilty. Okay. Maybe you may even be feeling guilt as well. All right, because it was like you felt it was you. You could have always been feeling like it was you. It says, yeah, don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. You could have been feeling like it was you, but it wasn't you. It was just that you were being hard on yourself. I feel like with these boundaries, yeah, having sensible boundaries is important. It was like you were allowing everybody else's opinion of you or whatever was being projected towards you. You didn't know it was being projected as it was. But once you did tap into becoming in alignment with the divine, the universe, with all living things, everything around you, within you, as above, so below energy, right? You started being able to tap in to that 1111 energy. 1111 is an important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. Mm. Let me get two more. Let me get one for the embrace and surprise and let go and yes. Two more, please, Spirit. For embrace, surprise, let go, and yes. So embrace, you may be needing to embrace a energy here of south node of the moon, some sort of old karma. Okay, now with this old karma south node of the moon, it's like old lessons. Okay, old lessons that had a different belief system than what you know things to truly be now. Old information, embracing that the information that you had was south node of the moon. Mm. Wow. Y'all see that? Dang. And look, let go. Yes, because this is the moment. Think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. Okay. Maybe it was just the thought of them. Maybe it was just them sending you positive thoughts. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. It's an attraction. The appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality. It was and is an attraction. So you are automatically attracted to one another. Yeah. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Love. Yes, love can conquer everything. Ooh, I love it. Let's see what comes out of this deck. Is this the deck you want me to use, Spirit? Mm, I heard that. I'll grab that deck too. Yep. Mountaineering here. Toughness, perseverance, and challenge. hmm This gives me the energy that you are definitely meant for this energy. You're not somebody that gives up very easily. Yep. Look at that. Crow, independence, thinking, and reminders. Use this crow energy. hmm Tell me more, Spirit. Mm. Tree roots, root stability and growth. Something about you have been looked at for all of that. This is an energy that was definitely, they couldn't just be with anybody. You couldn't just be with anybody. They've been visiting you time. I feel like often you may be thinking sometimes, where that thought come from? Or whose thought is that? What? Or all that kind of stuff, right? I can't make it up. That's the rainbow of hope, beauty, and crossing paths. Crossing energetic fields with the one that is meant for you. This could have been written in a book, but you definitely, both of you have this energy of wisdom, thinking outside the box, okay? Summarizing what it is so you're not just a thinker. Like you go over conversations with a fine tooth comb. You go over memories with a fine tooth comb. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go over dreams with a fine tooth comb. You go over downloads with a fine tooth comb type energy. Look, and that's how the sun rises, baby. That's where that awakening of the consciousness and the revelation start to come through. I cannot make it up. Mm-hmm. Yep. This was spoken about in the scriptures through faith. Faith, Spirituality, religions, a lot of people know about it. Yep. A lot of people knew about it. A lot of people also knew about, the charisma that it brings in, the sense of confidence. This could have, some people, I heard fallen angels because their ego got involved, but there's some sort of charisma and confidence here once you know that you're tapped into this energy and they're tapped into you, and especially from the perspective of this mountaineering and this crow energy and the tree roots and the rainbow and being the wisdom within the books, things that people have spoken about. This is wisdom. This is actually testimony. This is prophecy. Hmm. Yeah, somebody coordinated this love, this care, this tolerance, because you're a match. Passion. Hmm. And there was a lot of competition and stuff when it came to this goal. But you sat in a very content place during some sort of contemplation when you tapped into your intuition. Whatever it was that was feeling empty to you, you filled that void until this energy has showed up. Hmm. You could have been between a rock and a hard spot. They knew their time was running out. But you were holding sturdy, steady, okay? You were indomitable. You persevered through a lot. Somebody knew that the time was now to come in with the energies of cherishing you, with this contractual spirit. You may have provided some sort of podium or a place where the knowledge and the growth and the wisdom and the, educational lessons behind karmic experiences could have been taught. You could even be a police officer or some sort of law enforcement throughout the galactic universe. You are somebody who protects and secures, a guardianship type energy. Hmm. Yep. That's why folks was experiencing that hot cold. Because you are part of the Galactic Federation. Yeah, that's what y'all been dropping in the comments. I was like, I didn't want to say it, but yeah. You were part of that Galactic Federation. Uh-huh. Yep. And I can't make it up, Spirit is saying. And please, I concede. Okay, you got folks conceding to it. They are starting to acknowledge that fact. Hmm. You have folks out here conceding to that. Yep. They finally realized they boundaries made they blues burn out. Because they didn't have none. They were trying to run up on the Galactic Federation. Galactic Federation was like, hold up, what? You're double teaming? Or what? You're double team? You're triple? You're quadruple? You're teaming? You're thousand teaming? Yeah. 1833, they was like, yeah, no. Okay. Backup has arrived. Okay, family, backup has arrived. Okay, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna leave that message here for y'all. Take it how it resonates. Okay, thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Tapping in, receiving the messages, dropping that positive energy within the space. I am truly grateful. Thank you for however you sow into our space positively. Okay, thank you. Let's close out. I refuse the weight of the matrix, deception, and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, and my peace. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is. Ashe. And until next time, you have a magnificent day. Ashe.